It never fails. It never fails. And I know men in the comments going to be like, yep, same thing happened to me. I can relate. This woman left him 3 years ago and decided after she had done all that she wanted to do in the streets, she finally wants to come back to him. Let's get into it.
For 3 years straight, my ex-wife and I co-parent fine. No issues. But now over the last couple of months, all of a sudden, she wants to be my friend. She wants to come to my house and sit on my counters and crack jokes, and she wants to have holidays together as a family, and she wants to invite me up to her apartment and help her fix little things around her apartment. I was simply trying to explain how I don't want to be your friend. I've already set that boundary, and now you're stepping on that boundary.
After failing to replace him, she tried to get him back, but it was a bit late as he was no longer interested.
They'll start missing you when they realize that they can't replace you. They'll try, but they will realize they can't. Some memories just can't be replaced. Number 2, when they go through a hard time and they realize that they need someone that knows how to comfort them, and they want to be comforted in a way that they have before by you. So I guess what I'm saying is, Jimmy, don't replace a good girl for just a good time.
They start missing you when you stop caring. He left, and so far he hasn't looked back. Actually, he replaced me barely a month later. He replaced me before he even left. He is happy he's not with me. They come back when you are done. That's the hard truth about it, and that's why most come back after some time. The sad part is that a lot of them leave long-term relationships just because they receive a certain type of attention from someone they barely know, and they are willing to leave their current partner for that momentaneous feeling. They trade those temporary feelings for a solid relationship, but usually, it doesn't take long for them to realize that it was actually a mistake. As soon as those temporary feelings starts to wear off, or when they struggle to replace their partner, things become clearer and then they want to return.
That's what they do. They think they can upgrade. They try to replace you because you were actually the good man. They fail for multiple years trying to replace you. So then they try to be your friend. It's one of those situations where they don't want you, but they don't want anybody else to have you either. They brainwash themselves and let people think that they're better than what they are. So they think they can upgrade from you, not realizing in the moment that you were the best they were going to find. That you were truly the good man that would have taken care of her and done anything for her. So once they get down that road of trying to replace you and failing over a couple of years, they then get the bright idea of, well, let's be friends with my ex. I'm going to try to be friends with him. I just went through this. For 3 years straight, my ex-wife and I co-parent fine. No issues. We didn't have any conversations past what needed to be happening for our kid. But now over the last couple of months, all of a sudden, she wants to be my friend.
Maybe the dating scene wasn't as bright as she expected, and that's why she decided to come back and try her luck.
She wants to come to my house and sit on my counters and crack jokes and, talk about her day and talk about her problems with work and everything else. She wants to have holidays together as a family, and she wants to make me coffee in the morning when I go over to pick my kid up to take him to school. She wants to invite me up to her apartment and help her fix little things around her apartment. She wants to do Halloween themed like a family with our son. But when I finally saw the light and I finally said, what's going on here? Like, is she trying to get back in my life? Is she trying to be back together?
She definitely wants to get back together, because if that wasn't the case, she wouldn't make those suggestions. If she was living happily with her plan A, she wouldn't waste her time checking on him.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I made it perfectly clear to you that I will not be your friend. We can co-parent. We can, do all that stuff. That's fine. I have no issue with that. But we don't need to talk. I don't need to hear you vent about your work or all this stuff. I don't need you calling me in the morning when you get fired from a job crying your eyes out. I don't need you telling me that you're not wearing. Friends don't do that.
This is the reason it's good to display your boundaries and stick with them, as it will prevent future drama. He noticed that she was doing things that a regular friend wouldn't do, and that's why he had to let her know that she was doing a bit too much.
I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know how she thought this was going to go, but these modern women, be overplaying their hand every single time. They be breaking up families, going and doing what they want to do out there in the street, and then expecting a man to take them back. Like, what kind of precedent would that set if you were to leave? You got a little boy. Even if you had a little girl, what would you be teaching them about, oh, mom and dad are together, mom decided to leave, mom decides to come back? And in my opinion, that wouldn't be the last time she did that. They would have a fight or whatever it is again, and she would get mad because she can't control her attitude. She can't control her emotions. That's how I see it. And so she decides to leave and then come back 3 years. Oh, well, maybe we can be friends. Maybe we can get back together. Maybe we can do a Halloween theme, whatever it is, birthday party. You know what this sounds like? What's her name? Tia Mowry, where she still has the picture of her and her ex, the wedding photo in the background, been divorced, been talking about how she don't need him, got the wedding ring. Oh, it's too perfect. It means so much, and it was a special day, so I'm going to repurpose it and give it to my children. All right. These modern women, it's like they forget what they actually did, and then they try to come to the man thinking that he's going to forget. Nah, most men don't want to be, once they go down a road, they don't want to be bothered again with this foolishness.
I was simply trying to explain how I don't want to be your friend. I've already set that boundary, and now you're stepping on that boundary. So your cop out is that, oh, this is what's best for our kid. Us being friends is what, no, it's not. What's best for our child is for us to just simply co-parent.
As he mentioned, the most important thing at this point is co-parenting. There is no need to do all the extra stuff she was doing. I thought I was going crazy. She found a new guy, but the moment I started exploring options, she wanted to spend time with me.
Exactly. I remember one lady, it was actually in a video clip. She was telling TikTok this, that she got with her husband. Well, actually, she divorced him, and they moved on with their lives. Co-parenting, everything is fine. But then she went and got her a man. She was doing her thing. And so he didn't tell her, but he got him a little PYT. And then she found out about it, and she was destroyed. I think her daughters are like, Mom, you're overreacting. You moved on, so he moved on. She's a cool person. Everything's fine. But this is what these modern women want. They want to control you forever, and they be saying it be the men that want to control them. Modern women logic.
Bro, she is trying to get you back because she realized you are the best thing out there. And you have to make a decision. Everyone is different. My ex tried to get me to take her back a couple of times. I can't do it. As soon as there was one other dude, I was done. What's best for my kids is to see me healthy. I'm in the same situation. My ex-wife said she was bored and wanted to live her best life. I said I'm good. I'm living my best life. It's scary how relatable this is. After doing her best to replace him, she probably realized that he was her best option, and that's the reason she is using that strategy to get back with him. But based on his reaction, it's evident that he doesn't want to engage in a relationship where he is the backup plan. He knows that she wouldn't make those moves if the grass was greener as she expected, and that could be one of the reasons he decided to pass on those advances. Due to social media and some unread DMs, she probably thought he was easily replaceable, but reality showed her something else. This type of cases highlights one of the main issues we have in our current dating scene, which is the false idea of endless options. It was interesting that the comment section was full of men who relate to his situation. Some already went through the same thing, and others are currently facing it. Most of them stated by the time their exes tried to check on them, they were no longer interested. For some reason, they usually start missing the person they left when he already moved on.
Because you wanted to go cheat and got flipped out of my bed crying. I need you to get out of my bed. It's time for you to leave. You don't live at my house. She wants to act dramatic because she flipped her car last night while she was drunk and cheating on me. She says I shattered her world when she's the one who went out. She's the one who flipped her car. She's the one who decided to try to leave the house in the first place. So it's all on her, not me. This is what being an adult is. Knowing when to move on.
That was the best part of this video. This is a great display of maturity, and this is how this type of issue should be solved. There is no point in arguing. It will be better for both.
And it's definitely that time. She didn't have no makeup on, didn't have this nice outfit that I bought for her on, but all of a sudden, she Houdini'd into the outfit. Wow, what does that mean? Cheating, lying, being sneaky.
Don't move them in. You won't have to put them out. Delete her number and keep it moving. Remember, you're the prize. Bro, cheating with the outfit I bought for you is diabolical. They're not married. Time to move on.
That's all we keep on saying. Y'all already know it. These modern women going to do what they want to do. They going to go out there and always place the blame on you. Man cheated. You got to take responsibility, man up and apologize. Man will do that. My bad. I didn't mean to do that. This is just what I was thinking. The whole 9 yards, whatever he got to do in order to tell you, hey, man, I'm sorry for that. And then he's going to have to live with her hanging that over his head, which I get it. But on the reverse end, you're going to see a woman not taking accountability. You made me flip the car. You made me go out there and get drunk. You made me get into that outfit and put that makeup on. That's what you made me do. There's a proverb that says, be sure that your sins gonna find you out. Whatever is done in the darkness is gonna come to the light. You was out there acting a fool. We all got to do it. Not just women, men. We all got to come to terms and grips with the things that we do. I think my dad said something like, reap the rewards of a good decision, and something about have the consequences of a bad decision. It's a bad decision. You get consequences for that. Nobody's going to help you. You're not a victim.
Good job for keeping your composure. You did good. She can't take accountability for anything. It's all his fault. Lesson learned. Choose better. You better get out of there. The best part of this video was his reaction while dealing with this situation. That was a mature man's move, and this is how we should handle it. There is no need to argue or make the situation even worse. If things get to this stage, the best thing we can do is remove ourselves from that environment. It will prevent further complications. Also, that behavior would show the other party that they were dealing with a confident man who isn't easily affected by external factors. The whole case could have taken a different turn if he had a different approach to this situation. So the most appropriate solution is always to move on with our lives and let them go about theirs. Many guys found themselves in a lot of drama just because they weren't able to control their emotions in a similar case. Their future was unnecessarily compromised, and it would have been avoided if they were as mature as he is.
Don't ask me for relationship advice, because my advice is either break up, get a divorce, or throw him down the stairs.
That's why you are single. I'm jealous of their relationship. This is why you look at the person and their track record before you ask for advice. You wouldn't go to a broke person for financial advice. What if you find a good man? Then what? I agree. Don't ask you for relationship advice.
They're not going to know what a good man is, so that question is not even going to come up. They're not even going to see a good man in front of their face. As y'all already know, a good man's going to see her from a mile away, 15,000 miles away, and he's going to avoid her. So he's not even going to cross her path. He's not even going to check on her radar because she's too busy looking for toxicity. She's too busy planning on how she going to commit a crime, as she just said right there. So don't even worry about finding a good man. Not even going to be in her purview.
I don't know whether she was trying to be funny or serious when she made those statements, but some people have this type of friend. Imagine if she is your wife's friend, you already know that you are going to get the divorce paper on your first argument, and this is why your spouse should select their friends carefully. But we have to agree that she is an honest person. She didn't leave anything to the imagination. At this point, the best you can do is pray so your partner doesn't have this type of friend. Some people end up developing this mindset due to their own inability to have relationships, and those who decide to take relationship advice from them should think again, as those friends aren't the best when it comes to this department. This is the same as asking a broke person for financial advice. We know they aren't the best at that subject, because if they were, they wouldn't be broke. What makes people think that someone who couldn't get money for themselves can somehow offer you advice on how to be wealthy? Imagine being in a relationship with someone who has that mindset. That would be a short ride, as she would be out the first time you guys disagree on anything.
And he said it, and he said it right. He said it, and he said it right. These modern women leave nothing to the imagination. Not their bodies, not their minds, not their hearts, nothing. They're going to tell you exactly what they're thinking. That's your background check. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you can find them, that's where it's going to be. That's their background check. They're going to tell you all you need to know about them, and they're going to be unapologetic. And instead of closing their mouth and saving that one in the drafts, maybe you was feeling it that day, they said, I know I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to post it anyway. And then they keep on posting foolishness like that for the next 10 years. And then they wonder why at the age of 35, they're still single. They keep on posting it and keep on, well, I still can't find a man and I'm 35. 37 come around, 38 come around, 39. I'm still single. I just can't. I'll reserve myself to being single. And then when 41 hit, 41 and a half, 41 and 6 months hit, I met an amazing guy. He came into my life and we went on 3 dates and it's so good. And all shut your stupid behind up. Promptly ruin it on the 5th date because of foolishness. Well, it's back to the drawing board. I'm almost 42 and now you're sniffling on the internet, looking silly, recording yourself crying, looking foolish because of something that you did way back 13 years ago when men was trying to tell you quit doing that. Don't do that. Don't post that. Don't go here. Don't be with these types of people. It's going to ruin your chances to get where you're trying to get. Well, all men are trash and the patriarchy, they just want me to be what they want me to be and they just don't understand how. Shut up. Shut up. Men trying to help you out. You ain't got to listen to all men. Men ain't told you to do that. As a matter of fact, men be in your comments telling you which dudes to avoid. Even when you call a man hating on you, they be in your comments telling you he was not a good man for you. And then all you get hit with in a video response is, if you got to say that you a good man, you not a good man. Shut up. You got played over and over again, 25 to 42. And it'd be your own fault because you wouldn't follow in directions and you thought you could do whatever you wanted to do. And that's what this young lady did. Thought she could do whatever she wanted to do. I'm going to leave, go out there, do my thing, shake a little behind, show my chest a little bit, put on a little lipstick and kiss some people in the mouth, put my tongue down somebody else's throat, and then come back and be like, we should be friends again. I ain't wearing no underwear. We should do this again. Nah, you got it. But that's just my opinion. To the next video, I'm out.